What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Hustle Huddle. I'm here with my boy
Christian Roddy
and my boy
Jesse Masson.
Yes, sir. So let's get into it, bro. How's your week?
It's been good. It's been good. Look at his face. I knew he was gonna say some shit soon. Like,
Bruh.
no, it's been good. Played golf with you on Sunday, and then just kind of got right into the work week.
What happened?
Played golf and then got right into the work week.
Yes, sir. But it's been month closeout for us, and we were kind of behind, as you so fucking put it last week.
I don't know about kind of time.
So we've just been putting our head down and just kind of trying to fight for my life out here.
Yeah, that's dope.
It's been good. What about your week?
School, it was good, bro. I smoked this dude in golf, bro.
He don't even know what his score was. He's
I
lying.
just know that I had a lot of pars, and my boy, I don't know if he parred a couple of them. I just know I was on one. My shit was dialed in. I thought it was throwing darts on the green, baby.
Honestly, yeah, because usually, obviously, golf, we wear polos and shit, but you wore a T-shirt, all of a sudden you fell loose.
Different type of person, bro. I swear to God, I was throwing darts on the green, bro. Yeah, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, low key, like golfing in a T-shirt. I was just more relaxed. And I was like, yeah, all right, it's time to come out here and play. But it was cool. Like the first hole I birdied, bro. I was hype, and then the second hole I parred, bro. I was like, fucking let's go.
I was like, who is this?
Who
invited him?
I was feeling like that guy, bro. And then I was playing with these black balls too, dude, bro. Don't play with them. It's hard to see, bro. Bro, impossible. I was thinking the opposite. I was like, you know what? Maybe like see something black in the grass, and you're like, oh, what the fuck is that? Because usually, like when I'm looking for balls, I only find anything that's like darker and like in color, and it's like usually a fucking wrapper or something. And I'm like, oh, look at that. And I'm like, that's not my ball. So I was like, you know what? Let's go opposite spectrum. No, lost every damn one of them. Damn near. And they were all like either by the fringe or like right next to the green. And it's like sitting in a little bit of shade, bro. I couldn't find it. It was a wrap. So
we stuck looking for it.
Yeah, I was like, I'm done. Yeah, I was like, it's somewhere in like literally this 5 feet vicinity. I was like, I'm done. I'm not even gonna look for it. But they were good balls too. There was the Vice Pro Plus ball. And then when it got tatted this weekend. So I finished my leg. Well, I didn't finish my leg, but
hey, man, showing some skin over there.
Yeah, so I did half of my leg session, which was pretty dope. And then what else? Oh, we went out too.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, we went out on Saturday to Carlsbad.
That was a vibe.
That was cool.
That was the start of the night was like the slowest I've seen the Village in a long time.
Bruh, I didn't even think I was at the Village. How slow it was, bro. I thought I was at Denny's or some shit. That was crazy. It was so slow out there.
Damn.
And then it started to pick up later in the night, so that was pretty cool. We just went out there for a couple drinks for our friend's birthday because like she had a bad birthday the first time, and then not a bad one, but she just wanted to have a redo on her birthday, so we went out there and did that. So it was kind of cool.
I didn't know you could reset your birthday.
Hey, you can actually. Apparently, cool. when you're a girl, you can do whatever you want. So she did that, and we went out and just got faded. Well, maybe we can get that faded, but it was cool. It was just a little vibe, and then.
Oh, this motherfucker got pulled over.
Oh, bro, I got pulled over, bro. And what's crazy is, damn. So I got pulled over, right? In the Village, it's just that main intersection. Yeah. I did a U-ey there. You're not supposed to do U-eys there, and it's like 2 a.m. because we were just leaving the bar.
We were all like, just do it, flip that bitch.
Everyone's just like, yeah, fucking flip it. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna flip it anyway. Flipped it, and as soon as I flipped it, I was like, damn, that's a cop right behind. Nah, he didn't hit the lights. No, I was like, I know that's a cop, so I just immediately took a right into the liquor store. I was like, all right, bet. Like, I know I'm getting pulled over. As soon as I made the right, bro pulled me over. I was like, damn. I was like, everybody roll your windows down. Yeah. So told everybody roll their windows out because my tent is dark as hell. Yeah. That motherfucker wasn't going to see nothing. And then he pulled up, bro. It was like a 30-second stop, bro. It was so quick. He like pulls up. He's like, you did a legal U-turn, right? I was like, yeah, bro. I was like, I got these people in the back telling me to make the U-turn. He's like, peer pressure is a bitch, huh? And I was like, honestly, bro. And he's like, do you have any drink tonight? I was like, none. And he's like, you ain't have a house to drink tonight? And I was like, not a drop, my boy, out in DD. And then he's like, follow my finger. And then he does this, bro. He does this. It's like, boop. Boop. And I swear I was like, like too quick. I did it too quick. He's like, you going back to San Marcos? I was like, yep. He's like, all right, get back safe. I was like, all right, bet. And they just let me go. So it was cool. It was quick. So I was in and out of there. So shout out to him. He was probably either about to leave or he just got better, more important things to do to handle with some rowdy little motherfuckers. But yeah, then we finished the night, ended up getting canes. Solid little drunk snack.
Always.
And then went back to the crib, and then I don't think I did anything. Yeah, and then we golfed on the next day, and then just been closing out this week. Trying to get that number one spot, hit budget in every category, as I should. You feel me? But other than that, I've been watching March Madness and watching the sports. A lot of stuff going in sports right now,
bro. It is so crazy. Because San Diego's not really known as a sports city, but like that's back to back. Since you kind of mentioned March Madness, like the San Diego Padres went furthest than they've ever gone before last season, and then now SDSU made the Final Four, first time ever in school history.
Fucking school history, bro. That's crazy, ever, bro. And what's crazy is low key they'll probably beat FAU. Like FAU,
they're favored.
They're 9th seed. I mean, they better be fucking favored. FAU is 9th seed, and I think San Diego's 5th seed or 6th seed. I can't remember. Or it might be 4th seed, actually. I don't know. I can't remember. But, yeah, so FAU should definitely lose to San Diego, but you never know. With March Madness, you don't know. I mean, but they already beat Alabama, and then they beat Creighton, which they should have beat Creighton anyway. Like, Creighton's – I don't even know how Creighton got up there, but yeah, so March Madness over there in Houston, bro, that's gonna be dope. And then if they win, I think personally, I think Miami's gonna win because I feel like Miami's got some dogs on their team. But I don't know, UConn is always that team that you gotta look out for because they always got shooters on that team. And SCSU is gonna have a battle on this next game in the finals, semifinals. So it's gonna be rough. So we'll see.
Nah, fuck yeah, I'm going to be hometown biased. I'm going to say SDSU. And I also say that because I feel like with college basketball and just like March Madness in general, as this year you could see, you could have the most analytical person have all the college numbers, and then you could have some basic white bitch just pick 50-50 chances. And
damn,
her bracket might be better than yours.
Why she got to be a white bitch? That's crazy.
Damn.
Oh, that's crazy.
I'm canceled.
Honestly, get them out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.
Honestly, yeah, it's honestly like educated guess. It's guesses and chance. Educated guesses and chance.
Well, so the difference between March Madness and like that NBA Finals is it's elimination. It's really like that any given Sunday mentality that you don't usually get in like the NBA playoffs. It's like, bro, you lose here, you're out.
So would you rather have that type of playoff, or would you rather have NBA playoff? A series.
I'd rather have. That's tough. Because one of my favorite series is the LeBron coming back from the 3-1. I'd say I'd like this better though. I really do. I think if you're the better team, you need to bring it all night, and then sometimes you're just better coached or injuries happen. Like Toronto Raptors beat the Golden State Warriors because KD went down and Klay Thompson went down. Like, that wouldn't have happened. Toronto wouldn't have had a ring.
So you think that
you want to see the best team on that night?
March Madness is better?
I think March Madness is better. Elimination bracket.
I think it's opposite. I think it leaves up too much of chance. And I don't believe FAU is a better basketball team than Alabama.
Ooh.
I don't believe FAU is a better basketball team than Purdue. I don't believe any of that. I think.
So why did they lose? Is it just like
I think it's just chance.
Timing?
I think it's chance. Again, like you're playing in a bracket you just played last week. You won last week. Again, that team won last week.
And maybe you're beat up or something.
You're playing beat up, and then you got to think of it like this: like you're in the NBA, you're playing a 7-game series, you're playing that same team, and you're playing against two the greatest team in the league. Well, one of the greatest teams in the league, and then another one of the greatest teams in the league, and you're doing all of your research against that team. And when you're in that bracket situation, like you don't know who the fuck you're playing next, and
you playing 16 seed.
You get like a day to watch a film, and you're just like, bro, like, hey, they're gonna do this or they're gonna do that, and then you don't know, like, bro, one day like it could be you walk into the gym, roll your ankle, and now that's just the day. Like, you're not out for the full season, but you're out for like maybe like the first 20 minutes of the game, or something crazy happened like on your way over there, and like you got some mental shit going on, and now you're all thrown off like that. I don't believe in that. I think the bracket's cool just because there's so many teams in the bracket There's so many that you can watch, so that's why it's cool.
And it's entertaining for everybody because then their team has a chance.
Exactly. If you only did 8 teams with that type of bracket, bro, playoffs would be over in like fucking a week.
That's true.
You knock out half of them in the first week.
That's true.
And then the other week would just be the Final Four. And then you were going to the championship, so it'd literally be over in like a week and a half. So like I prefer the NBA playoffs just because you get 2 dog teams just to go bully it out for multiple nights.
Which that's good.
Yeah.
That's another thing that gives it a leg up is like I get to see the best players in the world play multiple times.
Yeah, and it's the same thing with like baseball. Like baseball, they could do series, and I'd love to see like baseball. Like, hey, like yeah, okay, like cool. Like you got me the first night on pitching. Like the next night, I'm going out and I'm smoking your shit. Like you're not even gonna be able to hit the ball because I'm coming out here pitching heat. So, or it's the same vice versa. Like this pitcher, yeah, he got me this night, but tomorrow night, I already know what pitches you throw. I'm smoking your shit, bro. So,
what about football? Would you ever want football to do like a best of 3 series?
No, just because there's such a ginormous, like I say, there's such a ginormous difference between a good team and a bad team in football versus in basketball and baseball. Like basketball and baseball are within like seconds, like shit could change within seconds, or innings, or like within like that time frame. I think football is just such a big sport, and like it takes too many like different like
things to happen to lose or win a game.
Yeah, so there's too many variables when there's football. Like so, like if you're a good football team, you're a solid football team, and you're most likely going to beat the next football team because you're a solid football team. Versus like in March Madness, there's so many variables that could happen where you could lose that one night just because you like kind of you stubbed your toe that night, or like you came in like looking sideways. Like, I don't know. There's so much things that could happen. But in football, you have another dude to back you up, or you have another great player to come off the bench to kind of sub you out and still play good, or you could run a different defense through that whole game and shut that whole shit down. So I think football is a good like sport to have an elimination bracket in, just because again, like there's not too many variables that will like fuck up the game, rather than the other way around. Like one variable fucks up the whole game.
Makes sense.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So yeah.
Sorry to get you off topic there, but yeah. So hometown biased, I got state winning the bracket.
So then, wait, would you rather have? So you rather have a championship elimination in NBA?
I like that they're playing with it with like the play-in tournaments.
Yeah.
But when it gets closer, so like the Western Conference, Eastern Conference, like I like the elimination, the championship game. I mean, not being elimination. I like those being best of series. I think the world championship game being a best of series. Like I kind of like the blend at the moment.
You know what would be dope is if the NCAA did like the elimination, but then for the final one they did series.
That'd be pretty cool.
Like a 5-game series.
Yeah, because like
that'd be tight.
Because like, what if State did beat Alabama in a 7-game series? They're like, yo, State's them. State's
that dudes, and then you get like Miami, who's like a 3rd seed, which should probably has an actual chance of going to the championship, or UConn, who's a 3rd seed and has an actual chance of going to a championship, and you're like, oh well, they should be there. And then you have like, let's say, God forbid, FAU goes there and they're a 9th seed, and you're like, well, how the fuck does 9th seed get here? And let's actually see if they're good and run them through a 5-game series.
And I think that'd be cool for coaches too, because like it'll let the coaches show like they can adjust over multiple games, and they maybe had a bigger funding, they had better athletes that they recruited, but it's like, yo, we out coached you.
Yeah, and it's good for like those players trying to take that next step into the NBA. Like if you're a rookie player, like say if you're like John Morant or you're Zion or you're LeBron, or like you're coming into the NBA after, well, not LeBron, but you're coming into the NBA after being in the playoffs and playing elimination, and now your team is in the playoffs, and now you have to play series ball. Like you're used to putting it all out on the court for that one game and then going to the next game, versus you got to deal with LeBron chirping in your ear, or Draymond Green chirping in your ear, or fucking Bradley Beal chirping in your ear for like the next fucking 4 or 5 games. You're just like, bro, I'm tired of this motherfucker. Like, you got to play this guy every game, and you got like if he's locking you down that first game, like it's different if you're in NCAA and like, hey, like this dude's locking me down, like fuck that, like I'm switching the whole gear on him. Versus you go in the NBA, someone's locking you down, you're like fuck, like this dude's locking me down. And then I got to see him the next day because he's gonna lock me down again, and that's just a mental battle that you're just getting fucked up with. But I think it would be good for college athletes to experience that, to go through that series, to understand what they're going to be expecting in the big league.
That makes
NBA.
sense.
But that's my 2 cents.
So you like the blend?
I personally would like the blend. That'd be cool. Like elimination all the way till the end. Just because if like SCSU does get there or like FAU does get there, and we're like, okay, well that was all by chance, and they get like fucking swept in this like a 5-game series, it's like a 3-0 blowout, then you're like, okay, well clearly they weren't even supposed to be here.
Yep. I like that.
So yeah, that's just my 2 cents.
For sure. Who do you got winning?
Honestly, I think Miami will win.
Miami.
I had Gonzaga winning the first time, but then they got fucking taken out by UConn. Which wasn't even a close game. They lost by like 30, bro. I was so upset. So yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
For sure. Well, shit. Good things happening for San Diego. Good things happening for California. We had some other good news coming out for us Californians lately, didn't we?
Yeah.
The fuck was it called?
It's called the California Better Dream for All Act.
Woo!
So essentially what it is if you're in a certain, well, you can't make over a certain amount of income to qualify for it. And it's pretty crazy because I think San Diego was like $211,000. Like you can't make that much because like
good news.
You can clearly put 20% down.
Before we talk about like all the qualifications, what is it?
Yeah, so essentially what it is it's basically a way to purchase a house by getting 20% down, fund it through this, like...
Through the state,
essentially. So what they do is they give you the 20% down, which you normally couldn't afford on like a $600,000 home, which is $120,000. And they give it to you. And essentially what you do is you pay the loan, but at the end, if you sell the house, they get 20% of the equity whenever you sell the house, which could be good and which could be bad, depending, like, if you sell the house in, like, 2 years.
Is it of equity or appreciation?
Of equity. So whatever.
You sure?
Well, I mean, the appreciation is equity.
Yes.
Essentially, so.
But they don't take 20% of the total home value. They take 20% of the appreciation from purchase.
Yeah, of the equity that you gained.
So for math...
So if your house appreciates to $700,000,
stop.
They will take 20% of that $100,000.
Simple math.
That's what I just gave you.
So $100,000.
I literally just gave you that. Your house was $600,000. It appreciated to $700,000. They take 20% of that $100,000. That equity that you got on the house.
So the appreciation, not total equity. They didn't take 20% of $700,000. They took 20% of $100,000.
They took the percent of the equity. The equity that you got was $100K.
That's appreciation. Like, that's how much more equity you got. But if you're saying equity, some people might think that was the full 700.
But you didn't gain any equity of 700,000. There was no equity there.
No, I don't have $700,000 in equity. My equity in the house is also plus mortgage payments. So I could have paid it down to where my equity was actually $150.
So what you're saying...
Because it depends on how many years I sell it to. Because if I sell it in 5 years from now, I could have more equity than I appreciated. Because I bought down on the principal of the home.
So you're saying that if you sold your house for $700K, you would have now, say you bought it down to $500K, you would now have $300K in equity or $200K in equity?
I have $200K in equity, but it appreciated $100K.
So then they're taking 20% of the appreciation?
Only the appreciation, from my understanding. It's not of the total equity. It's just of how much it appreciated since you bought it.
Yeah. So, like, if your loan was $500K.
Yes.
Correct?
Sure.
Like, that's what you got the loan for. And now your house appreciated for $700K.
So it appreciated $200,000.
$200,000. And you sell your house for $700,000. You now have X amount of equity?
Well, it depends on how much I made payments amount. Yeah, because whatever I paid it down to is now how much equity I have in the home. Because the original home value was $500K, but now my loan value, the principal loan value or whatever, might be $450. So I have $50,000 in equity just through buying it down, but it appreciated 200.
What do you got over there?
I'm gonna buy a house.
Okay, God.
I'm gonna buy a house soon.
I was hoping for
Fast.
you to have some facts over there for us, but
So it depends on how
also
long.
my other
So I guess it gets.
can you look this up or no?
Yeah, of course.
All right.
So I get.
God.
So it's 20%. Correct.
Get this man out of here.
God, bro.
Sorry, bro.
All right, so what is it? Explain it.
Okay, so Dream for All provides a loan for 20% of the house purchase price, and then the homeowner pays back the original loan amount plus 20% of any appreciation in the value of the home.
Got it. So yeah, it is appreciation. So you pay the 20% of appreciation.
So it
So if
depends
it-
on how long you have the home until you go to sell it again, too.
Yeah.
On like how much you get to keep.
Because if it appreciated for 100K, you're only getting realistically back 80K.
Which I'm still down for, like, because what?
Yeah, I'll take that shit again.
Yeah.
80 grand. And plus y'all help me out on the front end. But what I don't understand, like, so I get it and what I don't get it. So now, like, for example, if you're purchasing a home for 500K, now realistically you're purchasing a home for 600K. Like, that's what your payment's going to come out to. A 600K house versus a 500K house.
Why?
Because you got the extra, technically, you got the extra 20%, the extra 100%, 100K from the state to add on to your loan.
Well, you don't have to make payments on it. That's the cool
You don't
thing.
have to make payments on it?
That's why they
I thought it goes
Just give it back.
They,
when
you
sell.
don't. Yeah, you don't pay it until they sell. So the state's kind of becoming their own
So
bank.
then so essentially you don't get anything back then. Because now they're taking 20% plus the 100K?
No, well, if they put down 100, when you sell,
Yeah.
they take their 100 out of the home value price, and then
Plus 20%.
plus 20% of appreciation.
So then realistically you won't get shit back then.
You'll still get the 80% of your appreciation. The cool thing is because when you put a down payment down of that amount, that's automatic equity.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to figure out is so say if we got a home price for $500,000 and we put the 100K down. So now
The loan is the bank that we get a loan from
is separate.
Is separate.
So now we're getting a loan from our bank for 400K.
Correct.
Got it. Okay. So now when we go to sell the house for 700K, now we have 300K in equity now, essentially. If we didn't like make any payments on it.
Yeah.
And like we just somehow got like magically got 100K in equity.
Yeah.
So now we have 400. Well, we have 300K in equity
Okay.
in the house because we started off with a 400K loan, and then we sold the house for 700K.
700K. So 100 grand immediately goes to the state, and then 20% of appreciation.
Got it. So now you're pocketing. What was that?
180.
180. Yeah.
No,
No,
whoa,
no,
whoa, whoa.
120.
Is it 20%?
20% of 300K. No, 20% of the
200K?
of the 200K. So 40 grand they would get. So you give them 100 grand and then 40 grand. So over that 200K, you're still getting 160.
Wait. My brain is mush now.
All of our listeners gone.
Yeah. So for simple math now.
So
So
you're giving them back 140 out
Okay.
of the 300 that you made on equity.
well, no, because
200
it's not,
of it was only appreciation.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, so 200 of it was appreciation.
Sure.
So they're only getting 40K from
40K back.
the appreciation, and now you have an extra 100. No, you only have 80K to work with, right? Oh, why am I fucking blanking?
I have it.
It's
I have,
confusing with the 100 grand that you're getting
Yeah,
back.
that's what I'm saying. Oh, so all right. So you're getting 180, or no, 160K in like money back. Okay, now I get it.
No,
that's not bad.
That's a good way
That's a
to
great
start
fucking
off.
deal. So my head, I was all fucked up because I was thinking that they put that capital on top of your mortgage payment. So now you're paying a 600K loan instead of, and you just pay down the loan, and then that's crazy.
Yeah, so it's great for first-time
yeah,
home
fuck
buyers
yeah, it
to
is.
get it, especially in the California market, because a lot
That's
of people,
what sets you apart.
yeah, and it's like it makes a mortgage more doable now. Because if I can go buy if I got approved or whatnot, I can go get 3%, like 3.5
Yeah.
for a first-time home buyer. I'm not worried about the down payment.
Yeah.
But if I did a 3.5% on a $700,000 home, my mortgage is $4,000 a month. Like,
Yeah, hell yeah.
So-
but I mean, if you get 3%, damn,
what?
3% interest. That's what you're talking about.
No, 3%, 3.5% as a down payment.
Oh,
so
okay, gotcha.
I'm putting down $30,000 instead of 100 grand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but then my mortgage payment is $4,000.
Yeah.
Now I'm able to put $100,000 down on like a $600,000 home, and my mortgage payment is now $2,500.
Yeah.
Somebody can realistically
Buy a house with that.
pay a $2,500K mortgage.
Hell yeah, you paying that in rent.
And then the state gets their appreciation back. It's allowing the state to become a bank, get into the real estate world a little bit, and make money.
Yeah.
While letting people buy homes and stay in California.
While people, exactly, getting houses in California.
Yeah, because you're seeing everything get more expensive in California, and it's
people are moving.
People are moving.
And then that's why what they're afraid of is because there's been such an incline in population in California, and then recently they've had like the first decline in population.
Yep.
So now they're like, shit.
And it's like, who's leaving to buy homes?
Literally, like
working families,
like all the middle class is leaving to go buy homes.
Exactly.
Because middle class, you can't exist in California if you're middle class. I mean, you can, but you would be living in an apartment.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't be living in an actual home if you're middle class. Like, this is not a place to buy homes for middle class people.
Not typically, no.
No. Well, I mean, unless you got a crazy ass savings.
Well, because then again, it's like, because if you have that $100K down payment, cool.
Yeah.
You're good.
Yeah. If you got a $100K down payment, yes, you can. If you're middle class, yes, you can.
What's the mean of house income to be qualified as middle class in California?
In California,
I think
it's like 150K.
Yeah, I think 140 was the median household income of middle class.
Yeah, for middle class.
Yeah.
And that's household income. So that's you and your partner like making 70 and 70, which is still crazy because not a lot of people are making 70K.
No, you look at the median household income average, not the middle class, but just the whole average though. It's like 60.
Yeah, no, it's something crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Oceanside, San Diego City, a median household income is 73K.
Yeah. Same thing for like Escondido. Median household income is like 65K, 72K.
Yeah, so you have multiple people living in one home, and that's your
your household income. Plus, and then they expect you to buy a crib out here. Yeah, okay.
Which you couldn't even get qualified for because then they look at debt to income ratio and things like that.
Exactly, because now you've getting fucked.
Yeah, we just ran the number, or we were a video got broken down of somebody who makes 75K, right?
Oh yeah,
and what their buying power would be, and it was like 300K.
It was like 300K, bro. It was crazy, bro. Like it was like.
That's if you did a 3 to 5% down.
So they said that
the more you put down, the higher your buying power is, because then you could handle a bigger monthly mortgage payment.
Yeah, to comfortably live in a 500K home, you would have to have a household income of 160K. Mm-hmm. And because it was saying that 6% your mortgage interest would be like your mortgage rate would be like 3,500 or like 3,300, and that's with 100. Like I think that was with 20% down. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's with 20% down. I could be wrong, though. But that's still crazy. Like, those numbers are wild. Before my cameraman done dropped the camera, we were saying it was good for California to make a move in the right direction to help the middle class out and get into, get us into some houses out here so we can watch San Diego State in the March Madness in my damn house. You feel me? So that'd be nice. And watch the Padres opening game. Versus the Rockies. Actually, what's the score of that? Low key, I kind of want to know.
I just looked. It was like 5-2.
5-2 Rockies? Yes, sir. Them boys. So, yeah. But you know what you got to do, though, is what?
Hustle. Because hustle's the only controllable pill of success, baby.
Mm-hmm. And if you ain't hustling, then what you doing, bro? Honestly.
But I would even argue something that's more important than hustling is subscribing to the Hustle Huddle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I was about to say, where is this one?
Not everybody knows how to hustle, so maybe they need to figure it out from the Huddle.
Where can they find us?
YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, TikTok, Google Podcasts.
I didn't even know we were on that. It's crazy.
Stitcher. We're on, bro.
Hey, yo, that sounds sus.
I don't know about that last one. All right? I don't know about what type of black market podcast that he put on song. I don't know who's listening to that on Stitcher, bro. I don't know what else is on that, but we on the main ones.
Pre-programmed podcast things on a droid.
What?
I guarantee.
Cut him out.
Hey, we're out of here.
All right, we'll catch y'all next week.